I am the presenter of the Chapter 5. I'm Mr. Romulo Daileg. So, after the report, participants should be able to describe the components of IT infrastructure in detail. Number 2, determine the stages and technical factors driving the development of IT infrastructure. Number 3, identify computer hardware system most in demand in 21st century and be acquainted with the most current trends in the software platforms. What is IT infrastructure? So, information technology infrastructure is the shared technological assets that serve as the foundation for the unique information system application used by the firm. A firm, entire business units, or the entire company may invest in hardware, software, and services including consulting, training, and education as part of its IT infrastructure. The cornerstone for a company ability to serve consumer, collaborate with partners, and oversee internal business operation in its IT infrastructure. Defining its infrastructure, an IT infrastructure made up a collection of hardware and software program needed to run complete business. However, an IT infrastructure is also a collection of corporate-wide services that management budget for that include both technical and human resources. Uh, the following are some of the services. So, number 1 is computing platform, such as big mainframes, okay, mid-range computer, desktop, and laptop computers. Mobile handling devices and remote cloud computing services that are used to provide computing services that integrate works, clients, and suppliers into cohesive digital ecosystem. So you see the feature that I present. So next, number 2 is the telecommunication services. It connects workers, client, and suppliers via data, voice, and video. So telecommunications, usually ito na palagi ang ginagamit natin. We have a what is so called meetings yan. So pwede po tayong voice video recording. So number 3, data management services. Okay, it handles and stores corporate data and offer tools for data analysis. Okay, so number 4, application software services, okay, such as online software services that include corporate features like enterprise resources planning, customers relationship management, supply chains management, and knowledge of the business that are shared by all company units. So yun ang application software services. Yung physical facilities management, okay, services naman is it creates and oversee physical setup necessary for data management, telecommunication, and computer services. So number 6, IT management services. It includes infrastructure planning and development, business unit coordinations for IT services, accounting management for IT expenditures, and project management services. Okay, so next is IT standard services. It gives the company and its business unit guidelines on how, when, and with which information technology will be employed. So number 8, IT education services. Okay, it trains that the staff members on how to use system and instruct manager on how to prepare for and manage IT investment. Number 9 is the IT research and development services. It gives the business information on potential IT investment and project that could help it stand out in the market. So next, evolution of its infrastructure. General. So we're talking about the evolutions, okay? Today, IT infrastructure in business is result of more than 50 years of advancement in computer platforms. This evolution is gone through 5 stages, okay, each one corresponding to a distinct arrangement and of infrastructure and computing resources. Okay, the general purpose mainframe and many computers, personal computers, client service network, enterprise computing, and cloud and mobile computing are the 5 eras of computing technologies that are typical one. Each might also be employed for other purposes in a different era. For instance, several businesses continue to employ mainframe computers as powerful servers for corporate enterprise application and legacy mainframe system. So the mainstream, so number one is that the general purpose mainframe and mini computer era, 1959 to present. Okay, so the mainstream commercial use, okay, of mainframe computers began in 1959 with the release of IBM, okay, 1401 and 7090 transistorized machine, with the release of IBM 360 series in 1965. The mainframe computer fully came of age. The 360 was first commercial computer to feature a potent operating system capable of time sharing, multitasking, and virtual memory of more sophisticated, okay, variants. So ito po yung remembering the system 360. So these are the feature. Centralized computer tailored to unique needs of individual departments or business units rather than time sharing on a single enormous mainframe was made possible by DEC mini computer, PDC-2, and ladder box machine, which provide powerful machine at much lower price than IBM mainframes. The mini computer was developed into a mid-range computer or mid-range server in the present year, and is now a component of network. So ito yung mini computer or the box machine. So next. So these are the modern mainframe, okay, at the present. So medyo malalaki noon that time, yeah? So personal computer era, okay, that is 1981 to present, okay. Some of the first fully personal computer, okay, to be manufactured include the Xerox Alto, the MIT's Altair 8800, and the Apple I and Apple II. However, they are only broadly accessible to a computer aficionados. The IBM PC was the first to be widely adopted by American businesses. Hence, its debut in 1981 is frequently seen as the beginning of the PC era. In 2012, there will likely to be 1.2 billion people on the planet, okay, PC worldwide, with 300 million new PC shift annually. So napakarami na pala doon time, 2012, okay, almost 1.2 billion, okay, people in the planet, okay, and 300 million new PC shift annually. It is estimated that 90% of some kind of Windows operating system and 10% the Macintosh operating system. The dominance of the Intel computer platform is waning, okay, as more people choose iPhones and Android phones. Around the world, about 1 billion individuals use cell phone, and majority of these users utilize their portable device to access the internet. So noon that time kasi, sabi niya 90% of them using Windows operating system. So these are the Windows operating system that is usually used now at present. So next is that client service era, okay, server era, 1983 to present. In a client server, Computing desktop and laptop computers known as client are connected to the powerful server machines across the network and receive variety of the functions or services and functionality from the server. A client computer connected to the server. Yan. So ito yung server. So mostly yung client na isa lang yung servers nila. Okay. A client computer connected to a server. A computer split processing between two types of machine in the simplest client-server network. Small businesses often use straightforward client-server network, but most large corporations use intricate multi-tiered client server architectures in which workload of the entire network is distributed across various level of servers according to the type of service being requested. So these are the how the client service may be operated. So yung enterprise computing era naman, that is 1992 to present. Okay, early 1990, okay, businesses look to networking standard and software tool to unite various network and application across the company into corporate infrastructure. After 1995, commercial organizations started taking seriously adopting the transmission control protocol or Internet Protocol or TCP/IP networking standard to connect their dispersed network as the Internet matured into a reliable communication environment. Okay, so makikita mo rito enterprise internet at present. Okay, the internet, so mostly isang kwan na pero ang dami ng mga pwedeng gumamit. So cloud and mobile computing era 2000 to present. Okay, so ito naman usually nasa cloud na yung mga detail or informations that you need. Okay, so the client service approach has been advanced toward the cloud computing model as a result of the internet expanding bandwidth power. A computing model known as the cloud computing gives users online access, okay, to a shared full computing resources as needed. So internet po, so yung internet makikita natin. Okay, on my slides. Okay, so the cloud computing is a type computing that is currently expanding the quickest. Okay, the business spending roughly $109 billion on the public cloud services in 2012 and projected $207 billion okay, by the end of 2016. Okay, Gartner 2016. So we're talking about technology drivers of infrastructure evolution. The modification to IT infrastructure with just discussed are the result of advancement in computer processing, memory chips, okay, storage devices, telecommunication and networking hardware, and software, as well as the software design, which have been exponentially increased computing power while exponentially lowering cost. So ngayon pabilis na yung computer, no? Dati ang bagal ng operating system, pero ngayon sobrang bilis na. Okay, so yung more low and microprocessing power, the first microprocessor chip was introduced in 1959, and since then, according to Gordon Moore, director of Friedrich Semiconductors Research and Development Laboratories, an early producer of integrated circuits, the number of components on a chip with the lowest manufacturing cost per component, typically transistor, has doubled annually. Okay, more law was established on the basis of this claim. Latter more lowered the growth rate to doubling every 2 years. Latter several interpretations, okay, of this law will be used. Chip makers are working to create manufacturing method that might generate nanotube processor, and reasonable cost. IBM has only recently begun employing this technology to produce microprocessor. So from this will be the transistor from 1970. Okay. So 1965, Gordon Moore. Okay. So from 2,300 transistor in 1971 to 1.3 billion transistor in 2015, enabling faster speed the power of computers to the present. So habang bumibilis na. Okay, so this will be the features. So the law of mass digital storage. Okay, the law of mass digital storage is that why the amount of digital information produced worldwide doubled every year. The cost of storing digital information is falling at an exponential rate. Okay, so habang habang bumibilis, bumababa rin po yung cost. Okay, cost ng storage. So Metcalfe law and networking economics. Okay, the Ethernet local area network creator Robert Metcalfe asserted in 1970 that a network users as more and more people join the network. Metcalfe and others highlight the rising returns to scale the network members experience. The value of the entire system increase exponentially as the number of participants in the network increasing linearly, and this growth lasts forever. So declining communication costs and the internet. The significant decrease in communication costs and the exponential increase in the internet size are both for technology factors reshaping in IT infrastructure. There are currently 2.3 billion internet users in the worldwide. Internet World Stats 2012. Utilization of communication and computing facilities explode. Communication costs decline toward this very small number and close to zero. So next is that standard network effects. Technology standard specification that establish the compatibility of the products, and the ability to communicate in a network, unleash power economies of scale, and result in a price decline as manufacturers focus on product build to a certain standard. Some of the important standards that have shaped IT infrastructure include ASCII, Unix, TCP/IP, Ethernet, the IBM Microsoft, ITEL Personal Computer, and World Wide Web. So some important standard in computing, we have standard, American Standard Code of Information Interchange. Yung significant niya made up possible for computers from different manufacturer exchange data and consider the universal language linking input and output devices such as mouse and keyboard. So yung isa naman, yung COBOL or Common Business Oriented Language, significant naman nito is easy to use software language to write business related program. Si Unix naman, affordable operating system for computer in 1980s. So Transmission Control Protocol, or TCP or IP, ang significant naman nito is enables million of computer connect together through the internet. Yung Ethernet naman is network standard for connecting computers. IBM, Microsoft, Intel, standard Wintel, designed for personal desktop. That is a significant. Then the last is World Wide Web. The significant for this is standard for storing, retrieving, formatting, and displaying information in the form of electronic pages, incorporating text, graphics, audio, or video. So my reference is Advanced Management Information System for ITE Business, allied program by Dr. Marmelo B. Avante. Alisa M. Lacorte, DIT, and Gerald Gongora, Master in Business Administration. Okay. So, thank you for listening.